As far as experience goes within student government, I've had the wonderful honor and privilege of being connected to student government throughout my time at A&M. Starting as a freshman, I got to work in the student government office and learn from Jack Hildebrand and his executive staff, and seeing what their wonderful achievements were, and also some things that were not so achieving, and problems that they had to deal with, and things that they wanted to build on. As a sophomore, I was connected to student government through Fish Aids. I was a co-chair in that organization, and so it was a light as far as policy goes. I just simply worked with mentoring freshmen. But starting with my freshman year, I also began serving on the Student Service Fee Advisory Board, and it gave me a chance into understanding what the funding of the university was, but it also briefed me on every asset that the Office of Student Affairs deals with, and knowing what's growing, where are we going, where are we headed, and how are we going to do it. As a junior, I got to serve as the student co-advocate for communication alongside Trooper, and that taught me a lot about the inner workings of the Executive Council, but it also taught me where we need to improve and grow. The biggest thing that needs to change in student government, I think, is the communication that exists between student government and student body, which we've harped on a million times already. Along with that, the student government needs to be more willing, I believe, to be more relational and to have a more passion to not just co-program with other organizations outside and have a business relationship, but to seek out the hearts of people and to grow as a student body into that Aggie family that we already hold dear.
I think one of the greatest assets that I have as a candidate for student body president is my variety of experience with student government, without student government, and across this campus, whether it's been from the core class president to Student Service Fee Advisory Board to AMC to Fish Camp. The experiences that I've been able to have across this campus are what make I think my ideas fresh, the avenues that I'm going to take a new approach at things. I think what's important is, as far as my experience with SGA, being on Student Service Fee Advisory Board, I was liaison to the MSC and SGA. It gave me an opportunity to work directly, and not only listening and seeing how SGA is run and analyzing things to that effect. But I think one of the greatest things is the way that I've seen so many organizations across this campus function. I've seen some win, and I've seen some lose, I've seen some succeed, and I've seen some fail. And I've been able to take that experience right there, and now I'm able to come to SGA with a fresh perspective and a fresh look and an independent voice, and apply those lessons that have been learned across this campus, and apply the relationships I've made across this campus in so many different activities to the betterment of our university and to SGA as a whole.
In my time at A&M, outside of student government, I've also been able to serve throughout the MSC, and this year serving within the Abbott Family Leadership Conference as a co-director of programs. I've been able to work in Fish Camp. These things have given me outside exposure, but I think the most wonderful part of my experience in student government is that it's taught me where we've come from, it's taught me how we built upon it, but it's also shown me the potential we have for moving into the future. Whether that's relationships I already have with administrators or relationships I already have with student leaders, it gives me a chance to already know how it operates and to not require months of getting into the job and having to come to an understanding of it, but instead getting into the job and being able to work as student body president much faster and knowing the operational standpoint of student government.
I was once told by an individual that held the position of student body president that there's no, as far as the orientation into the position, if you had never even been in SGA, this individual said that it would take a matter of a week to orientate exactly what to happen as the student body president stands. The fact of the matter is it's about the leadership, it's about the experience, it's about the fresh perspective that comes in.
We've heard a lot of issues tonight. We've heard a lot of ideals presented in platforms. And what I'd like to encourage you most in selecting your student body president is choosing someone that is going to serve the student body and not just lead the student body, but serve them, but to do so with attainable and tangible goals. Student body president needs to be seeking out student opinion, and it needs to be building on the goals set, in my case, in my platform, but on top of that, it needs to be working towards a better future, a brighter tomorrow. These are things that I'm passionate about, but I think every student needs to be involved in. And so in selecting them, I ask that you make an educated decision. I ask that you seek out and you get to know what the vision of the student body president candidate is, and that you make your selection based on where you would like to see A&M go and who you would like to see represent you and serve you to the greatest of their ability throughout their year in office.
I believe that when you sit down in front of your computer on Wednesday and Thursday and you're selecting a student body president, that one of the main things you should focus on is the idea of the unpredictability of our job, the unpredictability of the student body president position. someone that you know that is going to be able, that you have confidence in, that they will continue to make the right decisions and keep you in the forefront of your mind, no matter what problems, dilemmas, or conflicts arise next year. I think you need to find someone that you trust, someone that you have a guarantee with, and I believe that one of the greatest ideas to focus on is when you look at that vision. Do look at that vision. Look at what I believe makes Texas A&M special. And that vision and that guiding star, as I talked about in the beginning, is what I think is one of the driving forces of selecting a student body president, is whose guiding star do you match up with, and who do you believe is going to continually represent you and keep your best interests in mind, no matter what the circumstance and no matter what the degree of dilemma that may face our student body in the future. I hope that that's me, and I hope that I can serve the student body selflessly. And I will conclude with what I've concluded every single one of my speeches with, is just simply my word that I'll do everything I possibly can to improve your life here at Texas A&M, to make sure that I continue to enhance your Aggie experience every single day. Thank you for your time tonight. I appreciate it.